You gotta have a whole another what phone or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's
You could
all.
just use the well, you got a computer and a phone. You can play from the
Oh,
computer. You can
oh.
put it wherever.
Let me see
You
here.
can add yourself to the stream. Just email the link to yourself. Pull up your email on the computer. Click the link.
For a vertical though?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can you do them? Well, I think with a vertical, you just play the music.
We'll do like that. You want the JBL speaker or you just
Nah,
okay?
nah. We go from here. What's happening, man? I'm waiting for y'all to come on. Damn, my first video is when you murder your celly. Shit. Well, let's play it. Can y'all hear it? What's happening with my subscribers? What's happening with my new subscribers? Cause we didn't have a nice little jump in the last week. So the thing about this show right here is what we was known for was stories, prison stories to begin with. And this story right here, man, this one when I started to recall it, you know, that PTSD, that prison PTSD shit is real as fuck. Like you can remember shit and that shit'll bring you to tears. So this story right here, I might jump all over the place, but y'all gotta sue me because I got my notes written down to make sure I stay on point. So this story right here, it's about Wicked, H. Wicked. H. Wicked. Real name, Michael Money. Michael Money. You know, like we hear stories about people that are brought up or legendary people that died, but there's little known people that die that people kind of turn their back on them and they don't get the shine or the respect that they should have got. Because he met this person at this point in his life. So I'm going to answer these questions along this story. Why psych niggas don't do paperwork? The first time I got high, and just overall, like how it affected me as a youth. Anyhow, so the first yard I pushed up on was Salinas Valley, 270, level 4. And there was nobody from the Heights there. Nobody. The only homie was H. Wicked. They called him Money because that was his last name. But his nickname was Wicked. It was either Wicked or H. Wicked. Ace Wicked. Ace Wicked, H. Wicked, but just Wick. And Wick was a little different. Like, Wick was trying to show me, like, man, we from the Heights. We over here. Like, we separate. But me, I was a blood. Wicked wasn't really from that gang bang era. Wicked was from the era where they was damn near breakdancing and shit like that. So he was from the plazas. And the plazas is separate from the Heights and the Manors. They got their own thing going on. They from the Heights. But they still got they established. Back in the days, the plazas used to have a lot of Samoans. Few Tongans, more Samoan. But that's where Wicked was from. But he still was from that era where all the heights and the manors was one. That's the era Wicked was from, to put it in perspective. So, so Wicked was the first real homie that I met on the line. The first real homie from the hood that was I had to look to at 18 years old for any type of guidance. But he was already like 24, 25, already had been down years and shit. But he still was my big homie. I mean, the older homie. The only thing is Wicked, he more gravitated toward the Bay Area. And that caused conflict between like the Sac car, like you fuck with them Bay niggas, but you don't really fuck with the Sac niggas. That's because it was majority Oak Park niggas. And anytime you on the line, the Heights niggas is always, I mean the Oak Park niggas is always the deepest. That's just how it is. I don't wish it like it's fucked up. That's just how it is. Heights niggas gonna be short. So anyhow, Wicked kind of that kind of made me like go a different route. Even though that was the homie, we fucked with each other. He gave me the game. I just couldn't fuck with the Bay niggas as much as he did because at the end of the day I was blood. So, and I'm fucking with the homies. So I'm with the Old Park niggas. I mean, because we're all one. Anyhow, and this is the 90s. This is before all that stuff came in again. So I ended up catching attempted murder. Oh no, go back. Excuse me, come back. So the first day I push up on this yard, right? I'm in the cell with the homie Pon. Pon is from Black Pea Stone. I don't know. Pon had all day. My first cell he had life, but Pon had all day. OG, set in his ways, wake up, play some whispers, drink some coffee, suited and booted. Go to chow, come back, got a different set of clothes. He got another set of clothes to walk. He was one of them OGs. Classic. So, the first homies to come to the cell, because when you push up to a yard, the first thing they want to know is where you from. You black? Where you from? And they gonna follow your ass to your homies. So without it, I didn't even get a chance to unpack. And the homie Wicked and the homie Slim came to the door. And they was like, you know anybody here? I never been on no yard whatsoever. This is my first level 4 yard. It was like, you know anybody here? I said, is D-Hunt here? At that time, D-Hunt was my step-pops. He just happened to be on this yard. By the 1 in 38, whatever prisons there is in CDC, and however many level 4s, my step-pops was on this motherfucking yard. So it was like, ooh, he got the weed. He got the weed. So they used my name and go push up on him and go get a stick. Now, he come in, I watch him push up the stairs. What's up, son? What's up, son? He slide the stick under the door. He come under the door, me, Wicked, and the homie Slim from Green Haven. Yes, the homie Slim was from Green Haven. We watched, they slid this stick under the door. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't realize how small sticks was in prison. I'm like, this is gonna get all 3 of us high? They looked at it. Looked at each other. It's like, hell yeah, it is. I'm like, cool. And I'll never forget. The Loonies, Lunatic Music. Lunatic Music, that was the one that had that, why do thugs cry, makes me wanna cry, cause it's so sad. That pop song. But anyhow, but I'll never forget, cause that was the first time I got high in prison. And we was sitting back just listening to that with a Super 3, slapping. What's a Super 3? It's a little like radio with one big ass little 8 in the middle of it, and then they bypass it and hook it and turn that into a speaker. And then we used to mount it up under the shelf and get like a baseboard. We'd get like some cardboard and wrap the cardboard in like a sheet or a blanket to where it fits snug, and then you trap the air, and then the base will shoot out toward the door. Anybody been on a 270 yard or a level 4 know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to them Super 3s and that slap inside the cell. But anyhow, back to the story. So I catch attempted murder and they kick me off the yard. I'm gone. That's the last time I seen Wicked, aka Michael Money. Michael Money, aka Wicked. It's the last time I seen him. So that was like 2000. So in 2008, I'm on Old Folsom Yard. Old Folsom sits right next to New Folsom. New Folsom is a level 4 180, nothing less than a 180. I already got level 1 yard or something there, but that is different shit. Different shit. So all of a sudden they holler yard recall in Old Folsom. Lock us down whenever there's an emergency situation in New Folsom, like a riot or some emergency. They'll lock us down and send the police from Old Folsom over to New Folsom. So this was one of them situations. They did it before when when not Geronimo, but the it's gonna be people mad at me for forgetting his name. But one of the San Quentin Five. Hold on.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony!
Instead of
Wait
being on
a
the yard,
minute.
fucking
Hold
the
on,
homies,
hold on,
fucking
hold
the
on, hold on, hold
bangers.
on, hold on,
Like he
hold
really wasn't with the gang thing.
on. Hold on,
So
hold
to
on, hold
hear
on.
that he didn't.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That y'all couldn't hear me, man. Why y'all wait so long to tell me that? That's
What's happening with my
crazy.
subscriber? What's happening with my new
That's
subscribers? Because we
crazy.
didn't have a nice,
Moonbeam, y'all just now
we didn't
telling
have a
me.
nice little jump in the last
Now
week.
let's go.
So the thing about this show right here is what we was known for was stories, prison stories to begin with. And but this story right here, man, this one when I started to recall it, you know, that PTSD, that prison PTSD shit is real as fuck. Like you can remember shit and that shit'll bring you to tears.
But y'all heard everything.
Everything.
Oh,
So this story right here,
wait a minute.
I'm gonna
So y'all heard that part. I just figured it out. So I'm gonna get to the end of the H Wicked. Let me see where we at.
Folsom. Lock us down whenever there's an emergency
All
situation
right, let's
in
get.
New Folsom, like a riot or some emergency. They'll lock us down and send the police from Old Folsom over to New Folsom. So this situations. They did it before when Geronimo. I mean, when not Geronimo, but damn, it's gonna be people mad at me for forgetting his name. But one of the San Quentin Five. Hold on.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
Yogi Purnell. They did that for that too. But anyhow, so about 3 days later, we get the word. So that's why this story right here is more about like, it's two lessons in here. This is why we didn't do paperwork. Sacramento niggas did not do paperwork. Paperwork is when you join another organization that thereby supersedes what you were. So if you was a blood and now you join in BL, you BL, and that's number one. So H Wicked, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened in between 2000 and 2008. He never even struck me as the type of person that would even join a prison gang. He never even struck me as that type of person because he was damn near anti-blood. Not anti-blood like that. But I'm just saying, instead of being on the yard and fucking with the homies, he fucked with the Bay niggas. Like he really wasn't with the gang thing. So to hear that he didn't turn BL, that was like unheard of. Like, I couldn't picture that. So what happens when you turn something like that? You no longer like the responsibility of the homies.
Smoke Dog, I'm here. Nikki, I'm here. Greg, I'm here. I see y'all. Herb Dizzle.
Them your homies. As much as it's fucked up, them your homies. So the story went like this.
It's a vertical, y'all.
Let me see. Okay, so I covered pretty much all my points. So his celly was from Englewood. So this is how the story goes. Wicked, this is why you don't hook people up with your family, man, in prison. Like, that's crazy. You hook somebody up in the pen with your sister, your mama. I've had experiences like with that, but this is just why you don't do it. So Wicked hooked his celly up with his sister. And his sister sent pictures and shit. Some of them pictures was provocative. Some of them was provocative. And the word is, Wicked wasn't feeling that. Like, this is Selly. It's Selly showing pictures of his sister off to other niggas and shit. Niggas coming to the door. Let me see your pictures and shit. Ooh, who is that? So, word is, they have fisticuffs. And in the process of this fisticuffs, I guess and Wicked was in his 30s. This young nigga was like 24, 25. No matter how hard you work out, somebody get the best of you, they get the best of you. He got the best of Wicked. Choked Wicked out in that cell. Choked Wicked out. Killed him. And then put a bag over his head. And this is public information. Then put a bag over his head and sat him at the door and tried to make it like he tried to kill himself. Tried to make it seem like he tried to kill himself, man. And because he was under paperwork, there was nothing that SAC niggas could really do. We could like inquire, be mad about it. But the truth of the matter is, once you join that paperwork, it ain't our business no more. So I just thought about this. Nobody will probably ever mention Ace Wicked. He probably exists like a phenomenon to some people, like his family that long forgot about they Uncle Money, they Uncle Mike. They probably long forgot about him. But the fact that I thought about it, and he's connected to the first time I got high in prison, the first time I ever touched a prison stick, he was there. And to know that he died like that in 2008, New Folsom. I talked to a homie that was there when it happened. He was like, "Blood, there was nothing we could do. Like that's them. That's them." So anyhow, man, shout out Michael Money, aka Wicked. May your memory live on. I hate that you went out like that, but let your memory like forever resonate, man. And rest in peace, Karate Mike, who also got killed in New Folsom too, on a DP gone bad. Gone.
Wow. Watch this. Hey, Greg. Sometimes we gotta switch it up and get a little creative with this shit, because everybody ain't heard the stories you heard. You my guy. You know my stories. I mean, I got a lot of more, but I mean, you heard the classics, right? But we in 2026. A lot of people ain't heard them stories. A lot of people built careers off of Dirty's motivation. So, Greg, we gotta understand it's like, gold, like the original, how shit started type shit. So you could say you heard it before, but there's a trillion other people that ain't. Trillion other people. So I mean, rock with your boy, Greg. Rock with your boy. Shit, you been with me. You are actually my partner, Greg. See, the thing is when you are ahead of your time, that's fucked up. A lot of people don't realize that, but that's fucked up. When you are so far ahead of your time that you overshoot the runway. Chew on that. So far ahead of your time that you overshoot the runway and you got witnesses. Tell the truth. And you got witnesses. So at some point, we got to revisit and let them people know what was so unique about our movement that we was able to do something that wasn't able to be duplicated no more. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You see, look, I'm asking y'all, have y'all seen another YouTube channel like that? Run them stories. So let me see. Look, Skylar, you know I know what to do. I want a short one though. Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to my subscribers, man. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Everybody that watched the video and don't subscribe, shout out to you too. So this story right here, man. So it's doing all the time that I did, doing all the time I did. That's not that it's not. I probably made it sound easy, but it was not easy at all. So there's times where, because you literally putting your career on the line all the time. You gotta stand up to every challenge, everyone. Whether you take action or take action, you gotta take action. So this story right here, this is about the time the homies almost turned on me. Homies almost turned on me. So I'm in Salinas Valley. I'm on A-Yard. This is before it went before it turned to SOY. I'm fresh off of B-Yard. I caught attempted murder on B-Yard and ended up going to the hole, beat the charge, came back out to A-Yard. Y'all know that was the yard that was on with my cousin. So this particular time, my cousin then went out to court. Like, I came back from work one day and his stuff was gone. It was still some stuff in there because he was coming back, but he was gone. They already was trying to move somebody in my cell. So, first I had the homie B. Then homie B, I don't know what happened. I think B went to the hall or something like that. So, I'm in the cell with Elm Street. Hacksaw from Elm Street in Compton. Not Elm Street in my Elm Street in Compton.
Coming on the mic.
I heard rest in peace, so rest in peace, Hacksaw. So the homie Westside D, he come around and he slide motherfuckers some metal. Motherfucking metal. Like a rod, right? So the thing is, we ain't supposed to have that shit. That's weapon style, right? So when he slide it, immediately under the door, I'm in the cell, he slide under the door. So immediately we get to breaking pieces. Bam! I got me a piece. Hacksaw got him a piece. They ain't bring like water or nothing like that. This is just like basic shit. So I take my piece and I put it in my pants pocket and roll that motherfucker up and put it at the end of my bed because I know I'm coming out later tonight because I am the red coordinator. Red coordinator means I organize all the sports, so I got access to every building. So at 7:30, they cracked my door like clockwork. But when the metal got slid, it was like before count time, which is like 5 something, 4:45, 5 o'clock. So me and Hacksaw playing dominoes and shit. We used to play dominoes for water. We used to play dominoes for hot peppers. Like if you lose, you gotta eat the peppers. So we competitive. So we in there battling. So I ain't tripping off of this metal that's in my pocket. So when this door cracked at 7:30, I snatched my pants, put the motherfuckers on, grabbed my folder. I'm out the door. The first building I get to is one building. And one building always gives me problems. They always giving me problems to get in the building. Like, you gotta be like, hey man, call the sergeant, man. Here go my memo. Let me in the building. Because a memo is something like, you gotta get it from like the warden or you gotta get it from the captain, that gives you access, says you got license to go in these buildings. So they literally used to fight me tooth and nail every night. But this night, it was like, come on in. Caught me off guard. So when I walk in the building, I doubt Goodland is a CO, but I remember Goodland turned into a sergeant. I don't know where he is after that, but he was like a black dude, kind of crazy, kind of off a little bit, gung-ho though. Man, Goodland was a motherfucker. So he let me in the building. When he let me in the building. He already taken his gloves off. Like, get against the wall. I'm like, sure. Like, I'm sure. So I get against the wall, put my hands on the wall. He get to pat me down. Bam. He feel that little metal rod in my pocket. I was like, oh shit. So when he grabbed it, he was like, what is that? I was like, that's a pen. At first I thought it was a pen because I completely forgot about this rod in my pocket. So when he pulled it out, I was like, what is this? I said, it's a piece of fence. I was trying to make a stinger, right? So the stinger is something that we used to make our hot water back in the days because they didn't used to give us hot pots on level 4s. We had only like stingers, which is like
So watch this. I'm about to switch it up and I'm about to be a little bit more interactive with it. I just want to make sure that y'all are still here with me. So as y'all hearing this, if y'all really following it, because this is for the people that's really interested. Like if you ain't interested, the Ram games, I mean, it's 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Rams is down 27-31. They got the ball and they trying to punch it in like that. You know, I mean, if you're interested in that, that's good shit. But this right here, you got to kind of follow it. So I'm a narrator. That's a little different. So if you here with me and you really, really listening, please put a 1 in the chat. And then I'm going to talk to y'all specifically. I ain't talking to nobody that's coming through or nothing. Because this is real shit. And a lot of people don't respect real shit. Oh no, the Seattle got the ball. They on their own 30 though. But all right, Herb, check this out. Let's narrate.
a metal thing with a coil at the end that you just drop. You plug it in the wall and drop it in your coffee or your hot water, period. Man, so next thing you know, I said it's a stinger. He was like, yeah, stinger. I'll fast in the escort. Yeah, stinger. I'm like, come on, Goodland, man, come on, it's a stinger. He was like, yeah, stinger. I'll fast in the escort. Yeah, stinger. So
what a stinger is it's a metal thing you plug in the wall. It got a coil on it. You stick it in your coffee. I mean, you stick it in your cup of hot water and it heats the water. So if you want to heat your soup, you heat your soup with that. You just put it in the water and boil it. But what I'm saying is, I didn't put this damn stinger. I mean, I didn't put this metal in my pocket because the homie brought it to me and I wasn't even supposed to. Like, I was slipping, straight slipping. And I walked to the building for them to put them up. And normally I could just walk right in. But this police in particular said, yeah, walk right in, and then patted me down. So my first thing I could say is it was a stinger.
I take the walker stupid to the program office. They put me in the cage. Obviously, I knew that was weapon. That was some type of charge. How serious? I wasn't sure. So the charge was weapon style. It wasn't charged with a knife, but it was charged with weapon style. Because they had no point, no handle, nothing like that. It was just a piece of metal. So they sent me to the hole. I'm in the hole with Jimmy B. No wait, I'm in the hole with Jimmy B. Because this is right around the time Aaliyah died.
Shout out Jimmy B, the homie from Valley High, Paru. Shout out Jimmy B. And this is around the time that Aaliyah died. And as you can see, we probably about to get into the probably 9/11. Let's see.
Alright, because we found out Aaliyah died together. So I ended up getting out the hole. That's when I went to C-Yard. Then I went to D-Yard.
In Salinas Valley.
So I ended up catching the battery where I almost got through over the tier. So when they get out the hole, they send me back to A-Yard. This is how karma works. I have been hearing they were saying stuff about me. So, but I'm like, nah, ain't no way in hell. Like, nah, not me. So sends me right back to A yard. When I get back to A yard.
All right, so just in case y'all lost, I left A yard because I got caught with some weapon stock. It was weapon stock because it didn't have no point and didn't have no handle, but it was still weapon stock. So I went to the hole. That's a sureable offense. But now these motherfuckers done fucked around and sent me back to this yard. I was really supposed to go to the higher security level 4 yard, which is a 180. But they sent me back to the yard that I got caught up at. And this is how it turned out.
I'm seeing homies looking at me like, they looking at me. Funny. You can feel it. Just like I was talking about the other story where CJ walked into the day room and he see me and the homies talking, he could feel it.
All right, so CJ, that was the homie from Old Park. I still see him when I go into Old Folsom and see the homies. He's still in that bitch. But what it was is there was a reputable dude from Sacramento that hit the main line and everybody knew that he was no good. And so I told CJ, and I'm like, let's go. And so as soon as we start walking toward this dude, we get about 10 feet from him, and CJ say, wait a minute, no, he got the Muslims with him. And yeah, he converted his life to Islam as a form of protection in my eyes. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say his name, rest his soul,
So
is
I
all I'm
can
going to
feel
say.
it, but it ain't the homies from Sacramento. It's the LA homies that's acting funny. So I get it a bit.
So when I say the LA homies, I'm talking about the LA Bloods. You got Sacramento Bloods that are from Northern California. You got LA Bloods from Southern California. The way the politics work is in their mind, it's like we all Bloods together. But in Sacramento, we our own thing. We Bloods, but we got a different culture. We don't know about 105th and Normandy. We don't know about that type of stuff. So you want us to go along with your culture, but we don't know. So that's what's going on in this right here. These dudes, because we all Bloods, decided that they want to make a call on me. So if you guys ain't never been up against a gun like a firing squad and stood tall, you might not be able to relate. But I'm telling you this. When I left A Yard, they tried to say that I left A Yard for funny reasons. And I'll cover that at the end. They tried to say I left, and then when I left, a whole bunch of people's cells got hit. And they tried to say it was because of me. But it was unproven. So now, let me go back a little bit now and get y'all a backstory. Because they really trying to assassinate my character.
LA homies that's acting funny. So I get in the building. I'll pack my shit. Homies from Sac is coming to the door, but the LA homies is congregating and stuff. And I know my reputation. I know I done put in hella work. I know my shit solid. So I ain't thinking it's me. Man, look. So the word was that I pretty much gave myself up. And basically was like, I got knives. And basically, so they hit my cell, they hit other cells.
So that's what they was saying. They was trying to say Dirty got caught with a knife, and because they knew I was so solid, it didn't make sense. So now I done went to Ash Seg, and I done been to Ash Seg rocking too, doing legendary shit in that motherfucker. So now they didn't send me back to the yard that I done got caught up at, where the obvious thing is that I fumbled. I got caught slipping. But this is how you overcome that type of shit. This is what makes great.
But that wasn't the case. Dirt just got caught slipping. Period, point blank. And had the paperwork to prove it. So when I came back to the yard, you better have this is why you have your paperwork. This is why you must have your paperwork. And you stand behind that shit. So when I get back to the yard, certain LA homies knew I was solid. Some LA homies didn't know me. So when I come back to the yard and they get to doing all that, man, the homie Peanut from Bonnie Hunters, that nigga was my celly. Remember the story with the crib that I pushed down the
Shout out Peanut from Bonnie Hunters, Bellhaven's finest.
stairs? That was Peanut from Bonnie Hunters. That was my celly. This nigga Peanut, he come to the cell flat out. He like, man, fuck what the homies talking about. But I know you ain't like that. Matter of fact, let me see the paperwork. Bam, slide in the paperwork. But hold on, come back. Let me bring it back. So I go to the yard. Now, full yard. I'm seeing the homies going to each other talking and shit. I'm like, man, I ain't thinking nothing.
Can y'all picture that? I'm coming to the yard and I'm seeing all the supposed to be homies, nigga, they gathering up. They looking at me, peeking at me and shit. These niggas is about to try to kill me. And I gotta have a certain type of courage and strength that a lot of motherfuckers ain't built with. But I'm just narrating this for y'all. The LA Bloods they plotting on dirt right now. They plotting on dirt.
So me and the homie Beef, we go to play basketball. We were playing basketball. Now Beef done already had a little fisticuffs with the LA Bloods already. So he already like, I don't give a fuck. So these niggas come and these niggas pushed up and surrounded us. I'm talking about the LA Bloods surrounded me, Beef, and I think it was one other homie, but they real life surrounded us on the basketball court. Like, and then one of them came forward like, Blood, we want to know what's up with your paperwork. And the homie B was like, nigga, Blood, you don't owe them niggas no explanation. You don't owe them no explanation. I was like, but shit. I was like, hold on, this is my reputation, Blood. Hold on. This is my reputation on the line. Man, I told him, hell yeah, I'm the B. I got my.
Hey, look. In prison, your reputation is everything. And you must have toilet paper to wipe your ass. Yes. Nah, that was just an ad-lib. For real, that was an ad-lib. So, I'm on the basketball court. I didn't push up. They didn't let me out on this yard mistakenly. And so, these dudes is trying to assassinate my character and say I rolled up on some fraudulent. So I'm on the basketball court shooting hoops with the homie. And the homie see that they trying to push up and he like, man, fuck that shit. You don't owe them niggas no explanation talking about the LA Bloods. Because they know I'm solid. They know it. My first charge was attempted murder, but let's go.
My paperwork. And whoever you want to come in to come see it, have them come in and follow me in the building right now. And then I was like, and after that, y'all owe me a motherfucking apology. Y'all owe me an apology. That's how confident I am. Because I know I didn't get down like y'all said. Man, we went in the building. Peanut came to the cell. Fuck what the niggas talking about. I ain't even tripping on it. But if you want to slide it, slide. And I slid that shit. He took it, showed it to a few other homies. When I came out to the yard, they was like, my bad, Blood. We just wanted to know. We just wanted to know. I ain't gonna say which homie it was from LA. His name, I ain't gonna say his name. But the way karma is he ended up on the other yard with me too. And he had to answer for that. So that's why when you make calls or you gossip behind somebody's back, you gotta be prepared to answer for that. So that's the flip side. That's why with CJ, when I was doing what I was doing the same exact thing that they was doing. I was the same exact thing. And then karma flipped it. And next thing you know, I was on the menu. But because
So that's the importance of being solid, man. Like when y'all don't really see like the importance, like prison is never cool. Like fuck prison. I'll tell you with 1,000 other people, fuck prison. But there's a skill set and things that we learned in there that if you don't exercise them in there, then what the hell chance do you got on the streets? What do you got? And one thing is that reputation, I'm not showing my face, I should though, but reputation is everything. Reputation is everything. And if you got to stand up under that shit in the midst of adversity to defend your reputation, then that's just what you got to do. Because a lot of people don't even have a reputation to defend. They ain't got nothing to defend. And here it is. I got a whole car of LA Bloods that's trying to really holler at a young nigga. I'm like 20 something. But I know I didn't put in my work. That was what separated me from a lot of youngsters. They was trying to find their way. And I came in with my hand up like, man, shit, get him. And then what happened is the people that was telling me what to do, I had ended up putting in more work than them motherfuckers. So then they didn't have no more say so in what I had going on. Cause I knew the rules. I knew the rules that they learned. They constitution, I knew that. So therefore, y'all, what can y'all tell me? What can you really tell me? I'm putting in work, I'm with all the shit, I know the code. And so if I know it, I know what to do, not to do. Now I'm pushing on this yard, and these motherfuckers is trying to say that I did some fraudulent shit. Unbeknownst to me. I'm like, wait a minute, this shit is weird. These niggas is on the yard. These LA Bloods is really gathering up like beef, blood, what's up? Like, these niggas tripping on me? He was like, yeah, nigga, fuck them niggas. I'm like, shit, it's all right. It's all right, nigga, fuck them niggas. Man, look, we was shooting hoops on the basketball court and looked up, and I promise you, it was about 30 LA Bloods, like 30 of them, just walking toward me and a few homies, like with all this. They was coming, niggas, they was coming with all the shit, all the shit. And the nigga, watch this, and I'm gonna bring this story full circle because a lot of the stories that I told, like a long time ago, there's updates to some of these stories. And this story is so pivotal because they tried to assassinate me as a young nigga and I stood tall. And that's really what makes character. And so when they approached us on this basketball court, they was like, blood, we need to holler at y'all. We need to holler at y'all. Really they need to holler at me. But they was like, yeah, man, check this out. We heard you went to the hole and you dropped the kite. I said, nigga, my name is Young Dirt. I'm Del Paso Heights Bloods, and I done put in work with Bloods and for Bloods and about Bloods. That's a disrespect to my motherfucking character, and I never do no shit like that. They said, well, let us see your paperwork. I said, follow me in the motherfucking building. I got you. And when that happens, nigga, I want a motherfucking apology. Now, when you bring a nigga up on charges, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you bring somebody up on charges because if that shit ain't valid, it'll blow up in your face. So that's why you, man, do not try to take down a real nigga because it'll blow up in your face because that just means that you fell for all the shit that you were supposed to fall for because a real nigga is not gonna show itself to everybody. True story. So watch this. So when they went and got my paperwork, they went and brought it out. Man, it was like a line of Bloods. Not a line, not a Lion, no, a Line of Bloods lined up in front of my cell. Coming to my door talking about my bad blood. You know how shit go, blood, my bad blood. You know, we been fucking with each other. Like, my bad blood. Like, for real. That's real shit. And that's how it is when people try to assassinate your character and they don't know you and they jealousy starts to peak and they seek to take your ass down. So as far as the apology, did I get that? Well, let's go. So I ended up on the other yard a couple years later, a few years later, whatever, with the motherfucker that called the shot. The motherfucker that was really leading the crowd. Caught him. Caught him. A Sacramento nigga. Caught a Black Peace Stone nigga. Yeah. He's sitting there thinking it's all good like I forgot. I pushed up on him like, look, blood, you know you tried to ruin my career? You tried to ruin just like that. Tried to ruin my career. Look. He was like, look, blood, what you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. I said, blood, nigga, the other yard, couple years back, nigga, y'all was nigga trying to knock a nigga down. Y'all was trying to knock a nigga down. Shit. He was like, yeah, blood, nah, man, I ain't even know, man. It was just, you know how it is. I ain't even know. I said, all right, Kevo. All is forgiven. And we move on. But I never forgot that. And then years later, is it raining? Years later, right? The homie Peanut, I talked to Peanut. Let's just say that. But anyhow, the homie was like, yeah, man, I'm here fucking with the homie Whoop de Whoop. I said, what? I said, yeah, nah, nigga, I don't really rock with that nigga like that. That nigga tried to assassinate my character and take me down. You know, the homies, so you know how we get down. That nigga had that nigga call me. And you know me, I ain't gonna hold my tongue. I told the nigga straight up, nigga, you did this to me as a youngster, and I ain't never forgot it. So now that we 20 plus years later, I mean, I think you owe me something. You probably moved on. You probably forgot about it. Please believe this nigga done stabbed at least about 3 niggas since then. That nigga's a G. He done stabbed at least 3 niggas since then. So therefore, you know, shit, you want to make amends. And this was my chance to make amends with the OG, Kevo. And I promise you to this day, clockwork, like between 5 and 6 o'clock, he is texting my phone, telling me in Jema Asabui. And Jema Asabui, that is Swahili for good morning. And Jema Asabui, Kevo, the same person in the year 2001 tried to ruin my career. 2001, he a LA blood. LA blood. I'm a Sacramento blood. 2001. And we're in 2026. And he's texting me every morning, telling me good morning. I had to bring a full circle for y'all, man. Watch this. Y'all seen how the live was? I played the story and narrated it. It's going to be a lot more of that. Because it's a lot of people that don't know the early stories. Man, there's jewels in them early stories. So we going to bring them out. But we going to bring them out interactively. So I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Smack, what's happening, man? Marta's Vig, you got a wrench. So maybe you had a different name, but I fucks with you, though, because you here. We're here. Greg, Moonbeam, you already know what it is, man. Look forward to more lives like this where I'm narrating. People react to stories, other people's stories. Why I can't react to my own damn stories? So that's what I'm doing. So look forward to that. And get these chats active, man. And let everybody know the Dirty Nation is rocking. We still here. Dirty.